Well, let's join Catalina over by the big board for Truth or Fake. Catalina, good evening to you. A viral fake news issue going round claiming that French nuclear waste was secretly sent to Armenia. Truth or fake?
That's right, Mark. We'll say it right away. This is a viral fake claim going around on social media here, posted on June 26th, so the day it started going viral. It's seen over 2.1 million times on X, claiming the French company Orano in the field of nuclear energy needed a new nuclear waste dump that allegedly, they say, they found in Armenia. This user continues to say Armenian Prime Minister Nicole Pashinyan accepted 1.6 million euros in shady French donations and offered it to a national park, wildlife, public health, sacrificed for profit. Additionally, these users are sharing this alleged news video from a media called, allegedly, Courrier France 24, narrated by a French voiceover that seems to have a pronounced accent, usually far from common journalistic standards, summarizing this alleged news story. Claims further amplified by pro-Russian accounts on X via this account. For example, MAGA Finest, which claims to be close to the Trump MAGA movement, subsequently further spreading these claims, published here by this fake website pretending to be the Armenian environmental NGO Green Armenia, and finally a fake news story that even fooled some journalists, reported here as fact on July 6th by the scientific French media outlet Science et Vie, who's already admitted to this mistake.
So, some proper bona fide journalists caught out by that one. Where did this fake news story actually come from?
Well, we'll begin with the chronology of facts here, Mark. The first trace we have of these rumors are from June 25th, published on this French language website called Courrier France 24, which is also the source that all of the claims on X refer to, with the shared video and now alleged news article written by a journalist, Romain Facchetti. However, all signs indicate that this website is actually, as we said, a fake news website. First of all, by searching the creation of this internet domain on the website, we discover that it was created on June 16th, 2025, hence barely 10 days before the publication of this fake news article revealed this alleged export of French nuclear waste to Armenia. And actually, you can see the IP address comes from Peru, not from France. Moreover, according to our fact-checking colleagues at TF1, who ran this website through AI detection tools, found that all of the text that we see on this website were actually generated using artificial intelligence. The text and the websites usurping more than once the identity of our very own France 24 and other news websites as well. In addition to our outlet's name in the website's title, Courrier France 24, they've also published this image, for example, produced by us here at France 24. And as you can see, most of these fake news articles bear the signature of this journalist, Romain Facchetti. This is a real French journalist who confirms through this post on LinkedIn to have been victim of identity theft in these days via this fake Courrier France 24 fake news website. Mark.
So poor old Romain Facchetti, his reputation possibly compromised by this rash of fake news attached to his name. Nothing to do with him, we are assured. So do we know then, you mentioned Peru, but do we know who is truly behind this disinformation, misinformation campaign?
Well, as always, Mark, all signs point out to a coordinated disinformation campaign that bears the typical methods of Russian propaganda that commonly creates fake news websites as the ones we saw, usurping the identity of entities in order to give their disinformation more credibility. Let's take as an example this fake website from the Armenian NGO Green Armenia that published this fake news story that we showed earlier on the show. Green Armenia is an NGO in Armenia that actually exists. However, we know that this website is fake, created on June 18th, so some days before the story went viral. And if you compare the website addresses, the real Green Armenia website is actually green-armenia.org. This is the correct one, while the fake one's address is simply greenarmenia.org without the hyphen. So you have to do the comparison. Then once the mentioned fake news, a fake website published this story that we just saw, this false information started getting pushed predominantly by these pro-Russian accounts on X, hence actors close to the Russian government spreading fake information. Finally, a coordinated disinformation campaign, perhaps with the support of Azerbaijan. The fake news was also spread widely by Azerbaijan media, all the way from television to news agencies. So, in this disinformation campaign that targets Paris, to tarnish the image of Paris and now Armenia. Mark.
Catalina, thank you very much indeed. Time now for Focus.